Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they said the system was rigged, but the jury wasn't playing. 34 felonies done, that's the record you layin'. Falsified the books like you falsified your tan. Hush money to Stormy, sign the checks with your own hand. Michael Cohen did the dirty work, you did the cover up. Legal expenses in the ledger, that's a fucking bluff. David Pecker catching stories like a tabloid net. 30 grand to kill a doorman room where you in debt to the truth, and the truth don't negotiate. Manhattan DA built a case you couldn't litigate. Gag order violations, $1,000 slap on the wrist, but the conviction on your record, that's the permanent diss. First president ever convicted, put that on your resume. Unconditional discharge, judge said no penalty, but the stain stay. You appealing October 25, good luck with that. 12 jurors saw the scheme, they ain't taking it back. 34 and counting, but the count was 88. 52 got dismissed, still you carry the weight. Mar-a-Lago documents, you was hoarding the files. 32 counts of willful retention, classified denial. Conspiracy to obstruct, false statements on the table. Judge Cannon threw it out, but the facts ain't a fable. Jack Smith dropped the cases cause you won the election, not cause you were innocent, that's the real reflection. Georgia called you out on RICO, 13 counts deep. Fannie Willis built the case, but they put her to sleep. Judge McAfee struck 6, then dismissed the whole thing. Sitting president can't be tried, that's the power you bring. Conspiracy to defraud the United States, that's the feds talking. January 6 certification, you was out there stalking the electoral vote, trying to overturn the will. Find me 11,000 votes, that was the kill shot. Brad Raffensperger on the tape, your voice on record. Supreme Court said immunity for official acts, but the sword of public opinion still swinging, and it cuts deep. 4 counts of election interference, buried but not asleep. Now let's talk Epstein, cause the files dropped late. DOJ released the memos unverified, but the weight of the allegations heavy. Survivor said you watched while her uncle killed a child. Lake Michigan, the plot don't line up with the timeline. Snopes couldn't verify, but the FBI investigated some not credible. Some die on the vine of bureaucracy, redacted and sealed. NTO seek names in the file, the truth never healed. You and Jeffrey rain in circles, Palm Beach to the city. Terrific guy, you caught him back when you was pretty in the public eye. Before the island made the news, flight logs and black books, you was paying your dues to the elite class, the predator class, the cash class. Now you distance yourself, but the photos don't pass the smell test, the stress test. But were you there? Test Virginia drew for name names, you was on the guest list. Not convicted of that, but the association lingers like the smell of stale cologne on a billionaire's fingers. Trump organization guilty, 17 counts of tax fraud. Weisselberg took the fall, but you was the god of that empire. That lie, that scheme, that grift. Charity shut down for self-dealing, that's the gift that keeps on giving. E. John Carroll found you liable, sexual abuse and defamation. The jury was viable, 90 million in damages. You can't tweet that away, she's not my type. That's the price you pay for running your mouth, for running the con, for running for president like the law was a pawn in your chess game. But checkmate came in Manhattan, 34 felonies, and you still ain't abandoned the grip, the golf, the golden toilet seat, the witch hunt narrative, but the witches got receipts. So here's to the felon, the 47, the con, the hush money, the documents, the dawn of accountability delayed but not denied. History books gon' remember you were tried, convicted, sentenced, discharged without a day. But the word felon follow you to your grave, no delay. 88 charges, 34 stuck. The rest got dismissed by power, not luck. That's the system you game, that's the game you play. Prop style, I just stated the facts, no shade, but the shade is implicit, the truth is explicit. Donald Trump, convicted felon, the record is vivid. Legacy written in headlines, ain't never fades.